Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 25 online game. Today we got the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams that are trying as hard as they can to make the playoffs, and this game is key for them. The Steelers, they need to win out for the rest of the season if they want to make the playoffs. They're trying to cling on to any little hope they can at 5-7 right now. And one of the games they need to win out is this Dolphins game, so they can stay on pace with the Dolphins and the Ravens for the second wildcard spot. For the Dolphins, if they win this game, they basically knock the Steelers out of playoff contention because they're going to have 8 losses and then lose, and that's not going to be enough. And for the Dolphins, they need to be ahead of the Ravens because that's their big competitor for that second wildcard spot. And the Ravens had the advantage over the Dolphins because they beat the Dolphins head-to-head earlier in the season. So, you know, they need to win games like this. And the Ravens do have a tough schedule coming up for the rest of the season besides this week. I think they play the Vikings. So the Dolphins, they need to start taking advantage of that and win games like this against the Steelers team that they can beat because the Dolphins have been pretty good lately. Oh, besides the whole Jonathan Martin incognito thing, they rebounded pretty well from that. And this game so far, my opponent, he had a good start, but he had to punt the ball to me. And I punted the ball to him to start. So back-to-back punts to start off a ranked game. What, are you sure this is a ranked game? Yeah, this is a ranked game. Back-to-back punts to start it off. So this guy plays straight up. I play straight up. And unfortunately, we get called for a holding penalty on a punt return. That's like the first one I've seen all year. Usually, it's just clipping on those returns. But there was holding Palomalu. For whatever reason, is playing special teams. It gets called for holding. And then here, damn Felix Jones, all he had to do was throw past the line of scrimmage, was like 2 yards away, and he couldn't even do that, so I get intentional grounding there in the halfback pass. So now second down and 18, but thankfully we get the first down here to Cotry, and we needed that badly because our offense had been sputtering from the start. We had to punt the ball. I mean, that's bad. The next play, we find Antonio Brown who gets the first down, and then some, getting a lot of yards after the catch there on the screen. I think we ran hurry up, and he's playing some man-to-man, so I'm like, alright, I'm going to throw some out routes here. Throw an out route to Cotry, next play, throw in the Heat Miller for the first down. And earlier this week I put up a game with the Steelers, so I've been showing the Steelers some love here. And in that game I threw it to Heat Miller a lot, especially on third down. So I was like, I know who I want to throw it to when it comes to key situations, Heat Miller. So I was going to try to get him involved in the game. And also Le'Veon Bell. And here Le'Veon Bell, this isn't really much about Bell, because Bell is slow as hell. That was all about the blocking. And one key adjustment I made was I took Antonio Brown and Emmanuel Sanders out the game. I knew I wanted to run that formation. So I was like, when we put in Cotry and Plaxico Burst, I knew they would get pancake blocks from me. So I put them in the game, and what do you know? The two of them just cleared the way for Le'Veon and then Palomalu. Speaking of clearing the way, there is nobody in the way between Palomalu and the end zone there. Great bait there, and we take it for 6, and we're up 14-0. The game that looked ugly for us from the start, we had to punt. We're able to turn around and get the touchdown. In this game, I tried to run the ball with Le'Veon Bell pretty much for the entire game, and that's easier said than done because Le'Veon Bell is a dump truck. I mean, I wouldn't exactly put on Rashard Mendenhall status as far as dump trucks, but he is up there in the dump truck rankings. He's slow. I'm not a good player as far as playing with people who are slow running backs. I need my fast running backs to catch the edge and stuff like that. And Le'Veon Bell wasn't doing the job, so I still worked with him anyways. We still got a touchdown there, and we're up 14-0, so I can't complain too much because we're winning. And unfortunately for us, he's starting to actually move the ball here. He looked kind of dead in his first offensive series, but now he's moving the ball into field goal range on third down and 7. He knows he doesn't want to throw it to me, so he throws it to the other receiver who was covered and actually ended up dropping the ball there. Even if he didn't drop it, it still would have been 4th down to like 4, and he ends up taking his 3 points. So he continues to play straight up here, which I like. Because, I mean, I'd rather him just kick the field goal than go for it on 4th, because now he only gets 3 points compared to our 14, and we have a chance to put up more points on this drive as we head into the 2-minute warning. And you see me trying to get this run game working with Le'Veon, and that's what Le'Veon Bell can do. He can truck people and get a few extra yards like he did there. Next play, that was not one of my greatest reads ever. I just really wanted to throw it to Heat Miller, and thankfully I got the first down out of it, because that could have been worse. And there he keyed it on the run, sent everybody, including Cameron Wake there, and he was able to make me lose 2 yards. In this play, I tried to throw it deep, but Big Ben got hit as he threw it, and that could have easily been an interception there. And then this also could have been an interception. Just because Cotry is so slow, he couldn't beat his man there on that route there that usually I put man-to-man coverage for a first down. But Cotry is so slow, it almost got intercepted, and we ended up punting the ball again. So that's our second punt in the game. Usually people don't punt at all. That's our second one in the game. And that's not good. I'm not complimenting myself for punting straight up. I'm mad at myself for having to punt the ball twice. You shouldn't be in that situation. And if you're punting the ball twice, you're probably going to lose the game, especially when stuff like that happens. Gibson catching the ball in double coverage. Okay, EA. Next play, someone, I think Hayward went off sides. So he did the smart thing. He knew, go off sides, take a deep shot. Because, you know, if you get intercepted, the play doesn't really count. You get first down and 5. And he actually gets the completion there to Mike Wallace. And now he has a chance to score a touchdown here right before halftime. So this just went from bad to worse. And now you see he's got people open, kinda. Not really. We took away his open read. He had to throw it back to the running back. And then he had to use his last timeout, 15 seconds left. And then right away the blitz comes through. This guy came in unblocked. I don't even know how. And because of that, he has no timeouts. It's 4th down 13, and he's got to take the field goal. So that's a big win for our defense. Well, not a big win, just, you know, dodging a bullet there more than anything else. Because that could have definitely turned the game around. Because he gets ball at halftime here. So, you know, he could have gotten that touchdown and didn't have a chance to take the lead coming out of half. Considering the way we dominated the first half, that would have been rough. Instead, he still has a chance to tie the game coming out of half, which I'm not happy about. But at the same time, our defense hasn't given up a touchdown yet. The Steelers defense is playing pretty tough, so have some confidence in them, would you? 3rd down and 4 comes up. We want to get a stop here, but he gets a first down wide open here to the guy in the drag right there. I accidentally, like, just left him wide open there. It wasn't my guy. That was in my zone area, but I left him wide open by accident. So, and by the way, one thing I noticed, he was trying to throw it to the flats and lot the Lamar Miller there, which I didn't really mind because he was going to get 4-yard gains. I didn't really mind that. And then eventually, the pressure got to him. Nobody was getting open, and he was like, you know what, fuck it. He just made a fuck it throw. And usually those fuck it throws don't work. And he got fucked on the fuck it throw. That's what happens, alright? And we end up getting the interception there. Key stop for our defense, like I said. Have faith in the defense. Defense plays good. Here, I have faith in throwing the screen pass, but for some reason, my blockers decide not to block the only guy upfield. That could have been a huge gain there. Instead, they're like, nah, we're not going to even let you get the first down here. We got to go get some hamburgers. We want this play to end right now. Thankfully, the next play, Antonio Brown got the first down, then flipped over. And then we give it back to Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell's been a workhorse in this game. 13 carries already for 72 yards. I think that's pretty good for Le'Veon Bell. Next play, 3rd down and 1. Big play there, and we get the first down with Bell. And then Bell throwing the ball, but he gets hit on the run. And plus, it is Le'Veon Bell, so the pass isn't going to be that accurate. And then we find Heat Miller, dangerous throw there, because he was on it. But I pass let it down to avoid his user. And then Heat Miller just caught the ball in stride, was able to get in the end zone for a touchdown. Now, we ended up paying for that because Miller is done for the rest of the game. He got injured. He's out for the game. So we lose my favorite target besides Antonio Brown on the team. But Heat Miller is probably the most reliable one. He's gone, but we do have the 6-21 lead. We still do have the defense playing very well. So, you know, once again, that loss won't hurt us too bad. And there's the defense once again with Ryan Clark. And the defense has been absolutely locked down so much that this is going to end up being the last play of the game. He's upset, so he's sending an all-out blitz. But Emmanuel Sanders is one-on-one, and he's a pretty fast dude. So I'm taking my shots. He didn't even press Sanders. The guy who was manned up on Sanders wasn't even close to him. So I was like, all right, take a deep shot, get a touchdown, get more points, and eventually make this guy rage quit. He didn't even wait for me to kick the extra point. He was done. He was like, I'm sending you this concede. I could not handle the sugar buff defense, so he was out. And this game actually put me in the top 100 for the Xbox One leaderboards. And this is the first time, besides like the first few days the game comes out, that I was in the top 100 in the leaderboards. Granted, it's the Xbox One leaderboard here, and maybe it is a little bit weak, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. And look at that defense, by the way. My defense is the 3rd best defense in the top 100 as far as fewest points allowed. That doesn't make any sense because I only run one defensive play in the entire game. The damn sugar buff. And it's the 3rd best out of the top 100. Yo, that sugar buff is for real, man. I always joke about it, but that stuff is apparently for real. So, on that note, I hope you guys leave a like on the video. Subscribe for more Madden 25 online games, and I will catch you guys next time.